Page 205. This is number 4 at the bottom of the page. Got a bunch of notes everywhere here, so could be tricky. On the other hand, sometimes when you get into it, you realize that you're just playing broken chords. Sometimes. So you can attempt to just play it, look it over first, and then try and play it. I'm going to go through the process I use for learning a piece of music. It's 2 lines long, treble bass clef, 2 flats in the key signature. We're either in the key of B flat major or G minor. We're studying minor keys, and the last major it's here. That's G minor. We're not using the B flat. You don't have to use all the notes in a chord, but it's still G minor. And 2/4 time signature, we got 8th notes. Right hand, it's here to start. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and crossover. That should not be a problem, I hope, because you're doing the scales, it's there. And then I want you to come up here. I don't care for that at all. Sometimes you have to do it. So I don't have to go from here to here. I don't want to do that. You can. It's a end of a phrase you can lift up. But I don't want to. I want to feel my way around. I want to connect them. So what I'm going to do for measure 4, I'm 3. And then for measure 5, I'm simply going to reach up with 4 here, because you need to be able to do 2 notes if you can, even with little hands. It's good to be able to, any 2 adjacent fingers, you should be able to have a note in between, or in this case it's these notes. But the chord is here, and I can go here. So I'm going to go 4 and then at 2, 5, 2, because I can scrunch up. Now I'm back to where they want it. But I can connect it all. So measure 4 again is here, and then I'm going on, just going up here. 2. Now you can use the fingering in the book, there's nothing wrong with it. I just like to connect things if I can. Now another fingering you can try in the right hand, rather than here, for the 3rd measure, do a 1 on the D and cross over 3 on the C. So it's, you can actually start with 1. Then 3, this way you're ending on 2nd finger, and that makes it easier to do a 3 or a 4, either one. But I can connect them with the notes that way, or I connect the notes with the fingers, and that's what I'm after. I want a fingering that lets me connect the note. Left hand, well, you just notice it's a broken chord, and that's all you're playing for the whole thing. Well, so much for the left hand, put them together. Suddenly it's not so bad, because the left hand isn't doing a lot. Once I can do that, I get rid of the hesitations, and then I think about the articulation. We have staccatos in them, flexing at the wrist, and now between measures 4 and 5, I am lifting up because it's a new phrase. That's how you can get away with their fingering, because you can get away with it there, but I am lifting up. So now when you're playing this, please be accurate. Now when you're interpreting it, you can fudge a little, but right now be accurate. That last measure, if the left hand were not staccato, the hands would come up together. Up together. But because the left hand's staccato, it's going to finish sooner. So hold that down the full count that it needs to get. So it's 1 and 2 and. Don't come up that. That's what they wanted. They could have said so. Although in interpreting it, a lot of people would do that. I don't recommend it, but whatever. Do what your teacher tells you to do. Now the dynamics. It'll be for the right hand, moderately loud, whatever you think that is. This left hand needs to be soft, and that can be tricky because the left hand is busy. And over time, it'll just get louder on its own. It can start out fine, and before you know it, you're too loud. Keep this way in the background, like very soft. They'll hear it. It's like an ostinato pattern just going on. The second line is soft here. That means the left hand is very soft. Here, and the left hand can get loud and they'll come back down. Because that hairpin to come down, you can't do anything on the right hand, you play it. It's the left hand. Each one is a little quieter. Now the speed, allegro moderato, well, that's moderately fast. Whatever you think that is, it's the feel of it. To me, yeah. It's a personal thing. I'll play it at a different speed every time I play it. This, how fast do you want that to go? Don't go faster than accurate. And the natural accent, remember that. 1, 2, 1, 2. I didn't mention the hairpin at the end of the first line to get softer. Hopefully you noticed it and you'll come down a little bit. Come down about a moderately soft or so. Because then in the second line you're soft. You can come down to soft at the end of the first line if you prefer. I missed it. Shame on me. Let's go on. Let's play this together slowly and check the notes and the rhythms. I'll give us 2 counts. And I'll put the metronome on 8th notes. But I'll give us 2 quarter note counts to come in. I'm not doing the dynamics, just the notes, rhythms, and the staccatos and stuff. Ready, and go, and. Rest.